What I like the most about racing in the Sportsman, actually Sportsman or Pro, the competition's it. I mean, favorite opponent in the pro ranks, of the funny car guys, I'd have to say it's the toughest ones there. You know, John Force is the best there is, so anytime you can get in the lane next to him and have a chance to mix it up, I mean, that's kind of the stuff legends are made of. That's the stuff you want to tell your grandkids. Maybe the coolest thing about professional racing, Sunday morning, the pre-race ceremonies, you get to go up in front of the people that are there in the grandstands and they do an introduction of all the drivers. And I look around these Sundays and I'm like, wow, you know, it was 2 years ago that I was the guy cheering when the people got introduced, and now I'm one of the people coming out. In 2003, I won the Super Comp World Championship, which Super Comp is the biggest category in all of drag racing. It and Super Gas are the two most populous, and I think in 2003, there were 1,433 people nationwide that were running in Super Comp, so that was a big deal for me. I was diagnosed with what's a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it's a diffused large B cell. By the time they found it, because it had been months and months, I was already progressed to a stage 3B, which is not as bad as it gets, but on a scale of 1 to 10, that's probably a 7 or an 8. So I had a fairly aggressive form of cancer, and it had spread pretty far. One of the first things the doctor asked me is, do you have kids? Which I didn't understand the question. What he wanted to know was, if you have any intention of having kids, probably would be a good idea to go donate sperm because the chemo might render you sterile. Well, I went through chemotherapy. I started May of '04, and at the end of the 8th treatment, they said, you're in remission. So everything at that point was gone. It's interesting, in '04, when I was going through the chemotherapy, everything was up in the air on my life. You know, I basically had 50-50 shot of living. And one of my best friends, Jenna Lucy, who actually was a fellow drag racer, we'd hang out. We'd spend all the time at the races with the same group of 7 or 8 racers. She took me to a couple of my chemotherapies, and what do they always say? One thing led to another. We eventually started dating. And, you know, at that time, again, I didn't know what the future was for me. The doctors told me I was sterile, and so getting married didn't seem to make sense because we weren't going to be able to have kids. And, you know, I look back now, we're in June of 2007, we're married, we've got a 3-month-old son. It's been an amazing 3 years. I guess you could say miracles do happen.